Good morning and happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to Smart Impressions. I'm Rachel Muleman, and we are unlocking business relationships one connection at a time. This session today is really special, and I say that because it's one of the most important things with any business. So if you are cold calling, if you are even picking up the phone to customers, you're going to find this session extremely useful. So get ready to discover some of the secrets about maximizing customer interactions and driving business success with Ahmed Afifi, the CEO of Data Direct, who's joining me this morning. Good morning, Ahmed.
Hey, Rachel. Good morning. How are you?
Fantastic. It's so nice to see you and have
Yes,
you
same here. It's
here.
great to see you.
So I just want to preface, you are an expert in sales strategy and customer engagement. And one of the topics that we're going to hit today on the art of calling and optimizing touch points is about how your daily day is all about touching customers, and how you're going to do it the best ways and effectively for businesses today. So I had met Ahmed, just to take everyone back, as a supplier and basically working with Data Direct, and had an amazing experience to find a supplier that actually was able to do exactly that: call customers, deal with customers, interact with customers on a number of touch points across the business to ensure that they're getting a really seamless experience when it comes to a brand, right? And so I know you've been helping tons of customers there. Let's start at the beginning. How'd you get into this?
Oh, wow. Okay, that's the real beginning. So I started as I got an opportunity while I was studying in the U.S. Um, and in New York to work for a telemarketing company that works for telecom operators in the U.S. MCI WorldCom, AT&T, Sprint. Some of these names are maybe out of date, but to make some more money. I was a student. I was a struggling student, like every student that was abroad, and I got this opportunity, and it allowed me to engage and become more confident in my life. That has actually helped me in my university, in my graduation, in my school. So it was a catalyst that helped me graduate faster, get through school faster, and I found an opportunity and something that I was good at. Luckily, I worked with a great manager that saw that potential in me, and from there I grew in that industry, and I've been stuck in it ever since. So it's been maybe 23, 24 years. I'm an engineering background, so I'm not a sales background as per se, but that's a different background versus education. But that's how I started. I started 22, 23 years ago, maybe even longer, as a call center agent selling products and services left and right to businesses in North America. That's how I started.
Amazing. And it was love at first sight.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
Both of us have that in common. We both did the call center play, and I'm sure there's lots of people listening, and I invite you all to jump into this conversation, ask questions as we have Ahmed here, because there is no doubt many salespeople, many customer agents, a lot of people have to pick up the phone and have confidence, as you mentioned, when they're engaging with another person on the phone, right? And so I believe you mentioned that maybe it wasn't so easy at the get-go, but through time, you got to really fine-tune your skills and get better at that. How long did that take? Did you feel like it was something that was easy to do?
No, so easy is relative. So I think in my point of view, absolutely, it's easy, right? All it takes is practice. All it takes is repetition. All it takes is Vince Lombardi, who's one of the greatest football coaches ever, has a statement that I've always kind of looked at in the sales world. Being a great salesperson is not about, it's the numbers game, right? And who wins is the person who keeps score, not the person who tries to win. And basically what that means is that so if it took me, hypothetically speaking, 10 leads to get into my first interaction to allow me to get to my first deal, then I know I need to work on how to make those 10 leads into 9, 8. Not about getting more deals. It's about knowing the numbers and knowing the keeping score, as they say. So at the beginning, it was just about, okay, I want to get this deal. I want to get to this customer. He's not listening to me. I want to hear him. And then it was just a matter of time and practice and going through scripts and listening to my calls and listening to where I could have stopped, like I should stop now, or where I should ask probing questions. So it was all about repetition and practice, right? And practice makes perfect, right? That's really it. You can become anything you want. Like I said, even a master piano player, if you spend enough time, I think there's a threshold, you can do it. So it's just took a lot of repetition and practice.
And I believe those skills are really interchangeable, no matter who the client is, no matter what the product is, right?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
so I'm sure there's plenty of people online that might be listening that have, say, okay, telemarketing, I need one person to be on the phones and talk to my customers. But is that it? Do businesses only need a person on the phone?
So that's where they start, right? But I think the power, a lot of businesses need to realize, or I think we need to realize that the power of rightly timed, properly engaging, insightful call to a potential client is immense, right? And I think a lot of businesses they always say, "Oh, it's telemarketing. It's no longer the go-to market strategy for us to attract more clients. Let's spend more money here and there." But I think a lot of organizations underestimate the power of an insightful, engaging conversation with a client or potential client over the phone. And to have an insightful, engaging conversation with a potential client over the phone, there's steps that organizations need to take. One is to have a call center agent and take that call or make that call, but it's also spending a bit of time and sometimes even money on creating those variables in that conversation by targeting the right audience, making a bit of research on who is your go-to market. So I can sell $1 million ticket to a $1 million client or $1 billion client, but I can't sell $1 million ticket to a $50,000 business, right? So, and which takes it to the next step, which is having a personalized dynamic script. So we're no longer in the era where you have a script. Hello, my name is Ahmed. Hi, Rachel. How are you? And just follow a dictated script. Have dynamic scripts that allow your employees to engage more and listen more, and give them opportunities to engage on a personal level instead of just having them a robotic type of a script. I remember I used to have a script because that's how it was back in the day. But I used to always feel that, okay, it's great to follow the script, but I feel I need to pause right here. So on my script, I used to write 3 dots, pause, stop, right? To a point where it got to reading to myself in front of a mirror or talking to the script, saying my script in front of a mirror. So having dynamic scripts, having a more engaging conversation rather than just having a script. I think also a key area is creating seamless touch points and that in return empowers your agent, but creating seamless touch points or giving the same experience across whatever touch points clients want to use. So investing in the right technology that allows an organization to interact with their clients on voice channels, digital channels, even legacy channels like SMS. We still work with organizations that work with SMS as a channel. Social media is very important as well. And provide the knowledge to your staff, which will empower them, because having an empowered telemarketing agent or telemarketing employee, and what I mean by empowered is knowledge and the ability to see, when did Rachel call? When did we call her before? Was she an ex-client? Does she have one of our products already? Where she lives, all that information, what channels is she on, etc. All that information is great arsenal or great tools that that a call center agent could use to engage. And that's the whole point, is to have a fruitful engagement with your potential client to potentially convert them from a potential client to a deal or to a sale.
Well, before, I mean, when we started telemarketing, I think there were only phones, right? There didn't have
Yeah,
all these multi-channel options, right? So
yeah.
now it's gotten complicated, it's gotten more complex. And so how are businesses kind of keeping this consistency between these channels?
Um, so a lot of businesses are trying, right? But because a lot of businesses have invested thousands, hundreds, even millions of dollars over the past 5, 6 years with the new keyword AI, new keyword chatbot, and a lot of businesses jump into, okay, there's a new channel on the market, people are using chat or using AI, chat GPT, let's invest in that, right? And we see a lot of that in our industry, where a lot of businesses spend a lot of money on in creating these channels. But what ends up happening, which is the complexity, which creates the complexity, is having these silo environments, right? Having a silo chat channel, having a silo voice and call center channel, having a team that handles email. And what ends up is, from a potential client that is trying to engage with any specific organization, yes, great, I see all these channels that they have, I can pick and choose which channel I prefer, but I don't get the same customer experience and the same journey and the same brand image across all of them. I feel like I'm speaking to a different person here, to a different team here, that doesn't know what's going on between all these channels, which again affects that engagement and that connection with your client. So clients need to feel that they are speaking with one entity, irrespective of what channel they chose to interact with. So companies are investing. They're investing in creating these multi-channel environments, but because it's a lot of where sporadic or just spontaneous investments, because of the way the industry is and how fast Dubai is, or the UAE is, when it comes to technology specifically, it creates this silo environments that is a bit of a challenge for customers to engage with. So
Absolutely. And
it needs to be smart utilization of these channels that will make immense effect on your customer engagement.
And I listen, the AI is going to be phenomenal in so many different industries of what it can do. I've tested it out with just, hey, give me a script and see what it comes. And I must say, no matter what, you still need that human touch to really analyze and keep that open communication and correspondence going, which it's unable to do. Let's just
Yeah,
call it what it is. I think you'd probably agree. You need a human to jump on board and make that personal connection. And so we mentioned that
100%.
social media is empowering people to help with that communication and that personalization. Would you agree?
Yeah, 100%. I agree 100%. I think, like you said, I'm on the same page there. Um, Empathy, and is a very key area, whether it's a telesales, telemarketing call, or a customer care feedback call. Having empathy and having that is something that only, in my point of view, a human can do. So AI is great as a tool that will give you more information, more insights, and so on. But I think you still need a human to jump on the call to engage. I think it's very difficult. I think maybe we'll get there at some point, but I think AI should be looked at as a tool that facilitates that, not replace it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so you won't believe it, but we've done 14 minutes already. This time
Wow.
goes quick.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely,
a
absolutely.
New York minute. That's what
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's very true. I haven't heard that for a while. Yeah,
Yeah, well, I can't help it. This is why we do a good 15-minute, get people up in the morning, give them little tips and tricks of what they can do to implement in their life and their sales and their business today. And there's no doubt, I know you have some 3 tips you can share with our audience today. And these are
oh,
about how can they
three
effectively
tips.
optimize that customer engagement. I
Okay,
know phone calls is just one way, but I don't want to limit it to just the phone since you are working across multi-channels. So across all channels.
okay. 3 tips. I'm a key believer of personalization, of creating a personalized experience for every one of your potential clients. Now, I know with telemarketing, it's sometimes a bit difficult because you have a lot of leads to go through as a telemarketing agent and so on. But the higher you go up through the chain, as they say, we're presented with, like I said, immense information online about a specific company that we're trying to approach or a specific client that we're trying to approach to create that personalized experience. And I have a confession to make. Like you said, we started as a supplier, right? And you were working with one of the largest developers, or helping one of the largest developers in the country. And I understood, based on the conversations, that Biz Advisors and Rachel will be one of the influencers on the decision-making process, right? And we were still trying to win the deal. So what I did, I spent about 20 minutes before coming to the meeting, going online, researching who Rachel is, what her background. I knew we were from the US, so I know there could be a bond or a connection there. I know that you are into sales, you're into telemarketing. I saw some of your podcasts, some of your videos. And that's also another passion I have. So I know there could be a potential bond there. I heard your accent, although it showed that you're a Cali girl, as they say, but it sounded like you're a New Yorker. So I put on my Macy's New York socks on. I'm not sure if you remember. And I sat right next to you. So you can see, and that's what started that bond. It's not that.
Absolutely.
It's not that,
Absolutely. Oh, I just got chills.
Right, but it created a conversation that we were both on the same, because it's no longer about me trying to sell you anymore, right? It's about engaging. Yes, yep, you're from New York. Yes, we spent time here. So we had a fruitful connection outside of the value proposition I was there to sell. So a personalized experience is always going to help. So my first tip is just spend a bit of time researching and targeting and looking at what type of customer or go-to market you're going to. The second is, which I should do more of, active listening. There's more to be heard than to be said in a telemarketing call. I have a script. It could be a 5-minute, maybe a 3-minute script, but the conversation sometimes go over 10 minutes, 15 minutes to try and close someone. So you should listen, ask probing questions, and whether it's on voice or non-voice, but you should have more listening. So a conversation should be more about listening to your clients, listening to where their problems are, identifying where the key areas where you can show a strong connection or a strong bond. The third, which might sound a bit crazy, motion equals emotion, especially in a telemarketing world, right? So now we're seeing face-to-face. You can see me when I'm speaking. You can see my facial expressions. When I smile, it's easier because it's a face-to-face interaction. But over the phone, it's very hard to do that. If you're trying to show that you're smiling, you can't. So motion, and I used to do this when I was on a pitch and someone gives me an objection, and I have to say, I hear you. I used to say, I hear you. I used to, while my headset is on, I hear you. And I used to put my hands up and say, okay, I hear you. It's like, I understand. And I used to stand up, and I used to use, as you can see, body language is important over the phone. So don't think that customers don't feel that over the phone. It is the only thing that they can feel over the phone, because your voice, yes, it's important. You need to have confidence. But I think the third tip, in my point of view, is motion equals emotion, especially in a job where you're sitting down, making calls throughout the day. And it'll help you stay fit as well. So it's
absolutely. Good. Absolutely. Right. Get on a Stairmaster while you're on a call.
Yeah.
Move a little bit. It's all energy, right?
Yeah,
I love it.
Absolutely.
I love it. I really appreciate your 3 tips. I mean, there's no doubt people listening. And Nella says AI is a good tool to help us with the time, but human touch is a must. And obviously your 3 tips, you need a human to move that emotion, to make it personal, 100%. And nobody likes a robot to call you, so 100%. There's a huge advantage what you're doing. I love what you're doing. I love that you're bringing it to this region. You've been here for how long? So
I've been in this region for about 16 years now.
16 years. Okay. I just hit my 16 years as well coming up this weekend. Okay. Yep. Cool. So same, but different. I still can't believe those socks were intentional, but they did get me talking and connecting. It worked. I was excited. I was excited. Do you see? Because it was personal. So, I really appreciate you being here today, sharing your vision, your expertise, and some of your tips to help people make the best impressions with their business every single day. You don't have to be a salesperson to use these tips. You can be a human. And that's what we're doing, is helping people connect with other humans, all about human connections. Again, thank you so much, Ahmed Afifi, for coming, CEO of Data Direct. They're helping people connect over the phone, multi-touch points. So whether whether it be text message, WhatsApp messages, any way you got to talk to your customer, they're here to do it and help you. So feel free to reach out. In the meantime, that's it for this Tuesday. I'll see you next week, next Tuesday, with another expert sharing fabulous tips. So thanks again for joining us, and have a fabulous, successful day.
Thank you, Rachel. Have a great day.
You're welcome. You too.
All right.
Bye-bye.